Marty, can you tell me how long you've been doing this?
Well, I've been playing trombone 20 years. I've been gigging on the scene since I was in university. Started off just playing small Latin gigs and anything I could pick up really as a student. And now I've been fortunate enough to play with the Edmonton Jazz Orchestra and the Arbor Suite Jazz Orchestra and the Arbor Suite All-Stars and lots of larger groups in town.
So Marty is my neighbor and an amazing musician and actually pretty high up with the school board. You teach music.
Yeah, I'm a department head of fine arts at Louis St. Laurent School, the fine arts school for Edmonton Catholic Schools. Yeah.
And you and your wife are both very musical.
Mm-hmm.
And what instruments do you play, Marty?
So I play the trombone mainly. I dabble in some piano. But for my job, I actually had to learn all of the band instruments, like just enough to play them, to teach them to students. So I actually play quite a few instruments, although I may not perform them for you right here.
Yeah, I see you've got that beautiful trombone. So what are you doing over here? Like, what's this event coming up?
So the Arbor Suite Jazz Orchestra is a great thing put on by the Edmonton Jazz Society. And basically they bring together large groups of musicians, about 15 musicians, to play music from the big band genre. And that can be anything from, the swing era, so, Count Basie and Ellington stuff you've heard of, and to the modern stuff like this concert we're doing, Kenny Wheeler, and some of the modern big band composers of the day.
Mm-hmm. I actually, after you told me about Kenny Wheeler, I downloaded all of his music and I've been playing it in my house.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's amazing. Just I listen to actually every single song and what you're going to be playing here, and I can only imagine the group you need to pull something like this off.
Oh yeah.
So what is it called? Like what is this?
So the big band, we basically have invited some of the top players in Edmonton, including we've got people from MacEwan University and professionals from around town, and a lot of these musicians have experience from overseas and in New York and in the States, and have become some of the top musicians here in Edmonton. So I've tried to invite those people, and also I've just tried to invite my friends.
Yeah, I guess people that you can create an amazing performance with.
Absolutely.
So this event coming up is on which day?
It's going to be on February the 11th at the Arbor Suite at 2 p.m. It's a Sunday series that they have. 2-3 times a year they'll have a big band on a Sunday afternoon.
Okay. And tickets will be in the link below, so you can check out information there. And how many people can attend this event, or
so the Arbor Suite is a really intimate venue. I would say it's like a 250-seat room.
Okay.
And very
That's
small.
Still quite. I'd say it's a decent size.
Yeah. So, but it's a really wonderful venue, and the best part about the Arbor Suite is it's all volunteer run, and one of the longest standing jazz clubs in the country. So. And
so, tell me a bit about this style of music. So, what is the style of music called?
So this music I would call modern. I wouldn't call it avant-garde jazz, but it might have been called that at one point. It's actually a style of music that's really associated with this record label called ECM. Okay. All of Kenny Wheeler's music is on this label. It's kind of a boutique modern jazz label. And
I understand you had a little bit of difficulty getting this music.
Right. So Kenny wasn't writing this music to publish it and sell it to the masses. He wrote the music to record it and share it through recording. And so his music actually is not available for purchase. It's really hard to get at. So after a couple of years of searching and talking to lots of different people, I was able to track down the scores for the music, and I got someone to copy them out for the band. So the really unique thing about this concert is that you'll almost never hear this music anywhere else because the music's just not available.
Yeah, that's incredible. I think it'll be quite the experience. Just just from the music, after you taught me about it, after you told me about it, after what I heard, and just hearing it being played live by some amazing musicians and amazing talent throughout Edmonton, I think it'd be quite the event and something not to miss. Do you want to? Can you play us a little tune?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to play one of the tunes we're going to be playing is Consolation from the suite that we're going to be playing of Kenny Wheeler. I'm just going to play a little bit of the melody of that tune. So that tune, when you hear it on the concert, the really neat thing about Kenny's music, you probably heard, is that the melody is almost always doubled with a vocalist. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really looking forward to playing that particular tune actually, because it's going to feature Shondell Rimmer, a wonderful vocalist in our city.
Oh, that'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know when I did hear just the music, there was no vocals, but to add that extra layer, I think it'll be just quite beautiful. Mm-hmm.